Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are mastering a digital chore that every property owner faces, but let's be honest, absolutely nobody looks forward to: navigating the Weld County property tax online portal. I know, property taxes might not sound like the most thrilling topic to spend your time on, but I promise you, understanding how to handle this efficiently online is a total game changer. It's going to save you precious time, eliminate unnecessary stress, and if you follow the exact steps we lay out today, keep your hard-earned money right in your pocket by avoiding hidden fees and penalties. In today's fast-paced world, knowing how to do this safely and quickly is essential. So let's make you a portal pro.
Did you know that by June 30th of every single fiscal year, a whopping 95% of assessed tax dollars in Weld County are successfully collected? It's true. Today, you are the hero of your own financial story, and you're about to confidently join that successful majority. And the best part? We're going to make sure you do it without paying a single cent in extra processing fees.
Okay, let's dive straight into this. Here is our roadmap for today. 1. Understanding your property taxes. 2. Prep and security best practices. 3. Step-by-step online payment. 4. Deadlines and avoiding hassles. And finally, 5. Troubleshooting and FAQs. Let's kick things off with Section 1, Understanding your property taxes. So your property taxes don't just disappear into some mysterious government void. They actually sustain vital public services right in your backyard. In fact, there are about 540 distinct taxing authorities in the county relying on these exact funds. 40% goes directly to school districts, 19% funds county operations, and the remaining 41% supports various water, municipal, and special local districts. Paying your taxes really is a heroic contribution to the community infrastructure all around you.
But how exactly do they come up with the amount you owe? Well, it all boils down to something called the mill levy. Think of one mill as simply 1/10 of a single penny, or basically $1 for every $1,000 of your property's assessed value. The county assessor figures out your property's value, and then the local taxing authorities apply their specific mill levies to that number to determine your final bill. Makes sense, right?
All right, moving right along to Section 2, Prep and security best practices. Okay, so the county database can be incredibly particular about formatting. Getting your details perfectly right before you even log on is absolutely crucial for a stress-free transaction. For example, if your account ID has 8 digits, you have to drop the leading 0. Using your parcel number instead, you need to type it as one long 12-digit string and completely leave out any hyphens. Make sure you know your exact house number and street name, and of course, have your bank routing and checking account numbers handy for the free payment option we'll talk about shortly. Now, I really want to give you a strong heads up here. Please don't just Google Pay Weld County Taxes and blindly click the very first link that pops up. You might land on third-party aggregators like Doxo, and while they do offer bill-paying services, they are not endorsed by the county, they constantly add extra transaction fees, and they can even cause serious processing delays. You absolutely must use the official portal at weldtax.com to guarantee immediate, penalty-free posting. When you are on that official site, you can breathe easy knowing your digital security is top-notch. All transactions are PCI compliant and heavily encrypted via TrustWave Commerce. What this means for you is that your personal and financial data is rigorously protected as it travels to the county's servers, offering you total peace of mind in our digital-first world.
Which brings us to the main event, Section 3, Step-by-Step Online Payment.
Now, what's really interesting about this process is a crucial little operational step you must remember. When you go to weldtax.com, only search using one parameter at a time. If you try to overcomplicate it and enter your name and your address at the exact same time, the database might time out or throw an error. Keep it super simple. Use just your account ID or just your name. From there, select your record, hit Pay Taxes in the corner, choose whether you want to pay in full or in halves, and securely enter those financial details.
Let's talk about keeping your money where it belongs, in your bank account. The fee structure comparison here is vital. The online electronic check, or e-check, has a 0% fee. Yes, 0. It is entirely free to transfer the funds directly from your bank. But if you choose the convenience of an online credit or debit card, a third-party vendor is going to slap a 2.45% surcharge on your entire tax bill. On a large property tax bill, that 2.45% adds up incredibly fast. So the free e-check is without a doubt the smartest play here.
Let's keep moving. Section 4, Deadlines and Avoiding Hassles.
Timing is quite literally everything here.
Here is the strict statutory timeline you need to memorize to protect your investment. You essentially have two options. You can pay your taxes in two halves. The first half is due on the last day of February, and the second half is due on June 15th. Or, alternatively, you can pay the whole shebang in one shot, which is due by April 30th. And please remember, if you decide to go old school and mail a check, your timeliness is strictly evaluated by the official USPS postmark date.
Now, here's a wild little fact for those of you with much smaller tax accounts. Maybe you own a tiny parcel of land or some specific mineral rights. If your total annual property tax is $25 or less, state law actually steps in. The two-installment option is legally unavailable to you. You're required to pay the full amount in a single transaction by April 30th. No exceptions.
But what happens if you actually miss a deadline? Well, delinquent interest kicks in, and trust me, it is aggressive. If you miss that February 28th first half deadline, a 1% penalty is tacked right on in March. By May, it jumps to 3%. By August, it hits 6%. And by October, you're looking at a harsh 8% penalty compounding on your outstanding balance. Being on time is absolutely the best way to avoid these compounding financial headaches.
All right, final stretch. Section 5, Troubleshooting and FAQs. So we already mentioned using just one field at a time to search the portal, but always remember to literally click the Clear button between your new searches so that old data doesn't accidentally corrupt your new query. Also, the database relies on exact spelling matches, which can be super frustrating. So here's a pro tip. Use an asterisk as a wildcard. If you search Frank asterisk Ben asterisk, the system will pull up everything from Benjamin Franklin to Benny Frankenstein. It is an absolute lifesaver for tricky corporate or trust names.
Now, if you'd rather use the automated phone system, you can call 877-690-3729 and use jurisdiction code 9353. But wait, there is a weird technical workaround you really must know. Phone keypads don't handle letters very well. So, you actually have to convert your account's starting letter into a number. Real estate accounts starting with an R become a 1, manufactured homes starting with an M become a 2, water is 3, and personal property is 4. Just swap that letter for the digit and enter the rest of your account numbers.
Okay, let me speak directly to those of you who have a mortgage with an escrow account. This right here is one of the single most common points of confusion every single tax season.
So the crucial point is this. Colorado law requires the treasurer to mail the paper tax notice directly to you, the property owner. They do not mail it to your mortgage company. It is entirely up to the lenders to do their own electronic research. Therefore, you are ultimately the one responsible for checking welttax.com to verify that your mortgage servicer actually remitted the payment before the deadline hits. Don't just assume they handled it, always verify it yourself.
Just a quick housekeeping note before we wrap up. Please keep this disclaimer in mind. The information and fees we've covered today are accurate as of July 30, 2026. As we all know, government policies, third-party vendor fees, and tax laws can and absolutely do shift over time. Always independently verify the latest procedures directly with the Weld County Treasurer's Office to ensure you are in full compliance.
And that brings us to the end of our comprehensive guide. You now have the exact steps, you know exactly how to avoid those pesky hidden fees, and you're fully armed with the wildcard search tricks. So, what does this all mean for you? It means you're in control. Are you ready to log on to the portal and secure your zero-fee tax payment today? Get out there, check it off your to-do list, and enjoy the peace of mind knowing your property is safe and properly paid for. And hey, if you found this explainer helpful, please share it with your friends, family, or anyone else who might benefit from this information. Thanks for joining us.